Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam Garratt, your favourite culinary extraordinaire and quite frankly, undervalued YouTuber. I'm really good at warming up ingredients and putting them on a plate. I should get more views. No good at anything else, but I'm good at that. Come on YouTube, just get my numbers up. Anyway, enough of that. Today we're going to make a chorizo and potato frittata. Bit of hair. And I love frittatas simply because they're so versatile. You can put whatever you like in them. You can use up all your leftovers in the fridge, just chuck it all in there. And they're fantastic cold the next day. You can take a slice to work for your lunch. They're really, really good. And if you've just found this video and you haven't subscribed, please do. And when you do subscribe, click the bell icon, allow all notifications. That way when I upload a new video, you get notified. So let's press on with it. If you look in the description below, you can get all the ingredients that you need. But the first thing we need to do is parboil the spuds. Okay, so we've got our potatoes here. All I'm going to do is take a knife. I'm not even going to bother peeling them. They're clean and there's plenty of flavour in those skins. And all I'm going to do is just cut them into smallish chunks, just sort of nice bite-sized pieces like that. Get those into the saucepan. I'll continue doing the rest of these and then we'll get them on the hob. Okay, so I've got the potatoes in a pan of water. Just going to get that onto a heat. Add a good pinch of salt and I'm going to bring that to a rolling boil. And then I'm going to simmer them for about sort of 5 minutes, just until they're almost cooked through. You want to be able to put the knife in and you should feel it go in, but there should be a tiny bit of resistance there. You don't need to cook them all the way through, but we need to get about 80% of the way. Because if you don't par cook them first, they're not going to cook in time with everything else in the frittata. So whilst that's getting on with that, we can get on and chop up all the rest of our ingredients. Okay, right, so our ingredients. Now, there's not a lot going into this frittata because most of the flavour is in the chorizo. There's loads of flavour in this already. We don't need to add a bunch of other stuff. But what we do add is just going to kind of elevate it and kind of give a bit of balance. Because there's lots of garlic, there's lots of paprika and spices in there. It really packs a punch. What I'm going to do is open this chorizo. And I'm just going to take off the ends. You've seen me do this before with chorizo. Cut it in half. And just kind of run your knife lengthways down the chorizo because there's like this skin on it which can be a bit chewy and not very pleasant. So just kind of peel it off. And once I've peeled it, all I'm going to do is cut it into nice chunks. You can cut it into little discs if you want, but I just kind of fancy chunks this time. And then again, about the same sort of size as the potatoes, maybe a little bit bigger. Sort of that sort of size. Delicious. Next, I've got a couple of spring onions. Just going to take the tips off and then peel off the outside layer just because it's a bit manky and not very pleasant. I will give them a quick wash as well. And then all I'm going to do is just slice them up into little pieces. You know, this is really simple food, guys. There's no effort to this whatsoever. You know, and you can switch the ingredients up as much as you like. And I've also got these sweet little piquante peppers. They're going to add a really nice sweetness, which is going to be in contrast with the sort of spicy flavours and everything else. So, oh, what's that? What's that weird little... What's that? What is that? It's got a weird little thing in the top. How do I get that out? How do I get my peppers? I'm sure there's a use for that thing, but whatever. I'm going to take out a few of these and I'm just going to run my knife through those, just cut them up roughly. And the last thing I'm going to do is cut up some gruyere cheese. And again, like, this is not a traditional frittata recipe by any means, you know, but we're just using what we've got. I've got this left over from the fish pie recipe, so I might as well use it. I'm just going to take off the rind, but I am going to keep these because cheese rinds are really great. If you keep them in your freezer and the next time you make like a soup, stew, anything savoury, chuck a couple of these in and they'll add lots of richness and depth to your sort of stew and casseroles and everything like that. And all I'm going to do with this is just cut them up into little cubes. Okay, so I've got everything chopped up there. I'm just going to test the potatoes to see how they're getting on. I think they're probably almost done, to be fair. They are done, so we'll get those drained off and then we can start cooking. Okay, so we are ready to go. I've got my pan here. Just going to get that onto a sort of lowish heat to start with because what we want to do is to render the fat out of that chorizo. Just a very small splash of olive oil. It's just to kind of get it going really. And then we go in with the chorizo. But what we need to achieve is to get all those nice sort of golden paprika and garlic flavoured oils out of this chorizo and sort of start to crisp it up a bit because it's going to release a lot of flavour. So I'm going to start this off for a couple of minutes and then we'll add the potatoes. Right, as you can see, it started to go a little bit crispy. Some of that oil is coming out as well. So now I'm going to add the potatoes. because I want the potatoes to soak up some of that oil and also get a little bit crispy as well. And because they're almost cooked, it's going to take no time at all. So again, fry these off for another couple of minutes until you get a nice bit of colour on the potatoes as well. Right, so we've got a bit of crispiness going on. All that oil has come out of the chorizo. So what I'm going to do now is add a good couple of handfuls of spinach. That might look like a lot, but that's going to wilt down quite a lot. So I'm just going to fold that in, let the heat do its thing, just let it wilt down, and then we can assemble the rest of the frittata. So whilst the spinach is wilting, I'm going to mix up the eggs. I've got 8 eggs here. Now that might sound like a lot, and it is, but you've got to remember it's going to feed a lot of people for not very much money, so it's very economical really. So I'm going to season this up with some pepper, a little pinch of salt, and I'm just going to whisk those up, and you can see, look, how much that spinach has wilted down. And it takes no time at all, to be honest. A couple of minutes and you'll be golden. So now I'm going to add the spring onions and also the sweet little piquante peppers. Again, mix that all around. What a wonderful colour that is. Isn't it? Looks like an Italian sunset. Okay, and now we can add the eggs. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Just use the spatula, move everything around a bit so that the egg goes all the way to the bottom. And then finally what I'm going to do is take our Gruyere cheese, just kind of sprinkle that on the top, and just kind of press those in. And they'll just kind of melt and give you these little pockets of nice gooey cheese. And I'm going to cook this for about 80% on the top and then finish the rest of it underneath the grill to melt the top and get it nice and golden. In fact, it's almost there. You've got a bit of runny egg there. You can see as I shake it, you can sort of gauge as to how far up it's cooked. So I think that is ready to go underneath the grill. Now grilling wise, that's going to take about 4 or 5 minutes. It's not going to take very long at all. All you're looking to do is to set the rest of that egg. You want a nice sort of golden cheesy top, and then it's ready to eat. It's done. It's easy, isn't it? Right, so here is the finished frittata. Now, what you can do, I kind of left it in the pan just because it kind of looked cool for the thumbnail. But if you want to take it out the pan, all you need to do is get a spatula, run it around the edge, kind of go underneath a little bit, but be careful not to break it up. Just kind of loosen it, give it a shake. Then you get a plate, put it on top, flip the pan over, give it a little shake till it comes out, take the pan away, put another plate on top, and then flip it back over so you get the nice sort of presentation side on top. But let's give this puppy a try. I don't know if you can get in a bit closer. So there we go, you've got the sort of spinach, you've got the chorizo, that melty cheese. So let's give it a try. Let's go in. That's bloody fantastic. Chorizo is delicious, adds so much flavour to any dish really. Well, obviously not chocolate brownies, but you get what I mean. That soft, gooey Gruyere cheese. I'm in love with myself. It's a simple little dish, it's packed full of flavour, it's very nutritious. Frittata is the future, guys. You could put anything in there. You could put chicken in there, fish, leave it completely vegetarian. You could put some broccoli in there, kale. You could even put your grandma in there. So there we have it. Really simple dish, chorizo and potato frittata with other bits and pieces added in. Like I said at the beginning, you know, if you've got any leftovers, slice it up. You can sort of take it to work for lunch with a bit of salad. Tell you what, everyone's going to be jealous of your lunch. Whilst they're all sitting there with their meal deals and cheap naff sausage rolls, you got that. But don't share it, it's all for you. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to do the usual thing and like, share and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, make sure you click the bell icon, allow all notifications. That way when I upload a new video, you get notified. Now leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of my frittata, and let me know how you're all doing, how you're coping with life, this lockdown business, the thing that's floating around that I can't mention that begins with a C. You know, I just want to catch up with you guys. Are you okay? But that about wraps it up, folks. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see your gorgeous faces in the next video, and bye for now. Is that how you spell frittata? F-R-I-T-T-A-T-A. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.